Things are getting spicy and heated in Australia. The labour shortage seems to be on a mend, but it's only down from 36% in 2023 to 33% in 2024, which means a lot of occupations are still in shortage. And that's why the country has decided to do away with age-old work visas and replace them with 5 amazing visas, making it super easy for specialized talent to get to Australia, whether they're in shortage occupation or not. In today's video, we're going to cover these 5 new work visas that you can target if you are planning to make a move. So if the beautiful Australian beaches are calling, this video is for you. Stick around. Hello and namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching a video of mine, thank you so much for spending time with me. And if you are a regular viewer, thank you so much for spending time yet again. My name is Nidhi. I am a finance professional, a digital creator, and also the CEO and founder of Globology. At Globology, our mission is very simple. Anyone, anywhere in the world should be able to move abroad. And to help your move abroad dreams come true, we offer a variety of solutions. We help you move abroad through job support service, where we have our own network of companies and recruiters that we push your profile to. We also apply jobs for you in that. We also have direct job placements, permanent residency applications, business migration, and more. More information about Globology and the work we do is in the description box, so make sure you check it out. All right, now let's talk about Australia. The first thing that I recommend you do anytime you're looking up any country is look at their jobs report. With Australia, we're actually pretty lucky because they have a very detailed report on this done quarterly, similar to what US and Canada do. This is done by Jobs and Skill Australia, and I'm looking at their last report, which was in October 2024. So this year's results show that 33% of the jobs are in shortage nationally, down from 36%. I've already mentioned that. And this is an encouraging sign that Australia is making some progress. But of course, not a big difference. 36% were in shortage in 2023, 33% last year, just a 3% change, which means there's still a lot of scope, and that's why there was a need to change the visa setup and make it easier for international talent to come in. So what are the 5 new visas? The first 3 of these are a part of SIDS, the Skills in Demand visa. These have now become the subclass 482. If you remember, a TSS, a temporary shortage visa, was introduced during COVID times called the subclass 482. The SIDS have replaced that and they've become the new 482. They've created 3 different visa categories, making it easier for foreign workers that want to be hired by Australian companies, making it easier for Australian companies to be able to do that. Let's look at that. So this is Skills in Demand. This was introduced on December 7th, 2024. Super new, super fresh. This replaced TSS. So there are 3 visas in this: the core skills stream, there's also the specialist skills stream, and then there's the labor agreements stream. So this is the core skills stream. This visa enables employers to address labor shortages by bringing in skilled workers where employers can't source skilled Australian worker. You can stay up to 4 years, and you can see that the occupation can be on core skill occupation list. You don't have to be on the shortage occupation list, which is the specialist skill stream. So you don't have to be on the ANZICO list. If you're wondering what skills would qualify for that, like what occupations would qualify for that, you have all of that information uploaded here. So you can check your occupation on the CSOL and determine. The next visa that we have is a specialist skills stream. And then this visa enables employers to address labor shortages by again bringing in skilled workers where they can't find talent. This is only for certain occupations. So group 3, 7 or 8 are excluded from this, from the ANZICO code. Anybody in the ANZICO code can apply for the core skill stream, but for the specialist skill stream, 3, 7 and 8 are excluded because there's an income requirement. If I remember correctly, this for the CSS, the income requirement is AUD 135k per year. For the specialist skill stream, it's either 70,000 to 75,000, more than that, and then less than 135k AUD per year. Again, the stay is up to 4 years. And then you have the labor agreement stream if you get paid less than 75,000 AUD per year. But this is only for skilled workers that are nominated by employers who have a labor agreement. And this is for like extreme shortage occupations. Labor agreements are developed between the Australian government and employers. Again, you can stay up to 4 years. Now, the good thing about 482 is that if you have family, they can subsequently enter Australia and live with you. If you are on a 482, there is a process for that, the subsequent entrant. If you have family, this is for family members of 457 or 482 who are applying separately for the SID visa and wish to join the primary holder in Australia. And this visa is valid for as long as the primary applicant's visa is valid for. Honestly, I think the SIDS program is much better than the TSS that we had initially, because this puts in more incentive for companies to hire talent depending on the category. Like I know that the CSS is processed super soon. If you're asking what's the difference between CSS and the SSS, then the core skill visa will be processed super soon because this is like somebody that's in heavy demand. And the specialist skill stream will also be processed soon, but not as quickly as the core skill stream. So I think this was much needed, and they've been able to slot different visa categories depending on income levels, requirements in Australia, shortages, etc. All right, now let's look at the next visa that I recommend. This one is actually something that you can self-apply. This is the innovation visa, the visas for innovation. This is also something that came about on December 7, 2024, the same day that we had SIDS come into play, the National Innovation Visa. If you are somebody that is internationally recognized, you're somebody who has a great profile, then you can apply to move to Australia on the NIV, the National Innovation Visa. This is the subclass 858. It is a permanent visa, so you are getting permanent residency for exceptional talents to migrate from across the world. This one's very similar to the O1 that you have in the US. It's very similar to the global talent that you have in the UK. It's very similar to the global talent visas that you see across the world. And if you want to understand who all can apply for this, established and emerging leaders with high talent, high caliber talent and skills who can make significant contributions that will benefit Australia's future prosperity. If you're a global researcher, entrepreneur, innovative investors, athletes, creatives, etc., you must first submit an expression of interest that show your achievements, and then the department will invite you. Keep in mind that if you're applying for something like this, you need a very strong lawyer. It's not something that even we have the capability to do at Globology, because this is a high stake application. So you want to get a lawyer that specializes in something like this, just in case if you were to make an application. Now I know you probably got disheartened at this point in the video, but the fifth visa is going to cheer you up, because this is something that is open to everybody that's under 30. This is the working holiday visa. I think it's the subclass 462. Let's look at it together. So this is the working holiday maker program. Yes, it is 462, and India recently got invited to it. So you can see India joins the working holiday subclass 462 on 16 September, and then from 1st October, eligible Indian passport holders can register in a visa ballot. This gives them the possibility to be randomly selected to apply for a first work and holiday visa. They will first invite selected participants to lodge an online visa application. So each year they'll grant up to 1,000 eligible Indian citizens aged between 18 and 30 a visa. The first thing you have to do is register. I think it costs like 30 AUD or something. Go in the ballot. It's a lottery system. They're going to pick up lotteries. So like 1,000 people will be invited to apply for this visa. Then you have to go ahead and apply. It takes a little bit more money to, do the application, do the medical, etc. But once you're through, you're going to get a 1-year visa to stay and work in Australia for whoever you want. And that visa is renewable for another year. So it's a total 2-year visa. And in these 2 years, you can live and work for anyone that you want in Australia. For information on, when the ballot opens, the pre-visa application process, it's all listed in details here. Again, all the links will be on the screen, so you guys can, just take the screenshot. So you have China, India, and Vietnam that's now coming in. First, you have to create an IMEI account, be between the ages of 18 and 30, hold a valid passport, have a valid email address, and then pay the registration fee. It's not 30 AUD, it's 25 AUD, lesser than what I stated. For your national ID, Indian passport holders must hold a valid PAN, not an Aadhaar card. And then how to register, they've given all of that information as well. There is also registration period, what happens after you register, what happens if your registration is randomly selected. As of now, the ballots are closed, but we're expecting the ballots to reopen either in March or April of 2025, so rather soon. So make sure you get your documentation and application together, just so that you're not spending in a lot of time putting in an application. Now that's all about the work visas. I quickly want to take a moment to talk about how to find a job in Australia if that's what you'd like to do. Obviously, you have all the regular websites like Seek and LinkedIn and the government portal, Workforce Australia, that exists. But definitely keep in mind that whenever you're applying abroad, you want to make sure that you're translating your current home country experience in their language. So get a very impactful resume. That's number one. Start networking. The Australian government also issues a list of recruitment agencies that you can contact. If you want that list, let me know. I will hopefully make a detailed video about a couple of resources that the Australian government offers, but there are some recruitment agencies that you can start reaching out to right now. Don't do that before you've gotten your resume in order. Fix your LinkedIn obviously after that, and then start reaching out to recruitment agencies. Do job applications online, but also network a lot with recruitment agencies, because in the West, most hiring decisions are taken by these agencies. Now, how tough is it to get sponsorship? It depends on what your occupation is. If you're in a shortage occupation, rather easy. If you're not in a shortage occupation, you want to make sure you're a super talented folk with a lot of experience to be able to apply. If you don't have either of these, the working holiday program is an excellent choice for young professionals that do not have a lot of experience but have a lot of interest. And just in case none of this fits, there's always the Australian permanent residency application that you can do through Globology. On that note, another informative video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I plan to do some more Australia-specific videos, so let me know what all you'd like to see. I think one around like job application strategy would be a great idea. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, please make sure you take care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste.